Welcome to Capture Culture, where worlds collide, creatives thrive, and the beat never dies. We're your hosts, that's Adam.
Oh, hello.
I'm Alex, coming fresh with a mic check, and thank you for the time you're about to invest.
What up, my boy?
Dude, it's been a while.
It's
It's been a,
it's been a month or so. It's been a month or so.
this is it. Yeah, it has, man. That's crazy. We took a little break. We both had some things to do, some traveling to do.
hmm
But it's good, man. I love Capture Culture. It ain't going anywhere. We're right here.
Took a little hiatus, and recharged some batteries or depleted some in other cases, and we're still here. You can't kill us. We're gonna keep on trucking.
You especially look like you took a hiatus. You got that
Mm.
grizzly beard going on right now,
hmm
man. It's not lined up. It's looking a little
I'm
bushy,
like that.
looking a little mountain man, you know what I
I'm
mean?
like that depressed Method Man face, like just kind of
The cow.
yeah. No,
And I went the opposite effect. I went and done trimmed all my shit. I'm looking like baby faced as
you
fuck
look
right
you look
now.
like looking like
I feel very
looking like a
uncomfortable. I feel
young Vin
very
Diesel up in here, like before
I do with my
this
bald ass
like
head too.
Fast Furious One Part One. This
I know.
motherfucker,
I really do kind of
you
have
know,
that look. I'll take it,
yeah.
man. I'll take it.
You just need a
It's
little
it's hella
tan.
weird when you have like a beard, man, and you trim it down. It's like it's a trip,
Mm.
dude. I feel like half the man I was just a day
I
ago.
mean, the beard does a lot of, I mean, as you know, it hides the face. It kind of it
Yeah.
helps me, at least I feel it hides my mug, and it kind of it gives me a
I feel like I don't have a bad looking face,
well,
but when you're bald and you don't have facial hair,
it's kind
I
of
feel
hard
like
to
I look like a pedophile. Like I
whoa,
need I need the
whoa,
facial hair to
whoa.
not look like a
Like that.
pedophile, bro.
I didn't even think of that. No,
It looks weird.
you look like a middle-aged man, just kind of trying to stay young and trying to like that's
That
what it
is what
is.
I am.
Like
I'm coming to grips with
you
it.
went with the whole pedophile thing. And I'm pretty sure that's like you know,
That's how I feel when I have no facial hair and a bald head. I feel like a creeper.
well,
So this
well,
helps me with it.
uh,
So yeah, man, I was off with my symmetry, so I had to start over and like pretty much buzz my
mm,
face and start that shit.
like I do that quite often, like I try when I line my shit up, I kind of try and make it very symmetrical and then when you're not
Yeah,
focusing, it's always when you're not focusing that at that important, like you got something coming up that day or something like that, and you just a little bit and you
oh, just a
and
little
then you try to
bit.
correct it, you try and then you overcorrect, and then it's like fuck, before you know it,
Yeah,
your shit's all slanted sideways and
dude. I remember the week of my wedding, like 2, 3 days before the wedding,
mm,
right? I had a fresh razor, I was getting that fresh shave, and I never cut myself, dude. And I cut my cheek,
yeah.
and it was slight, but I was like, damn, out of all the times to do it, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut my cheek now. Like, what the fuck?
uh,
But I
I
still
don't
look
even
good,
remember you having a
and I
cut,
recovered.
having a cut on your wedding.
Yeah, exactly. It was slight. It was slight, and luckily enough, it was kind of days before it kind of got to regenerate
Mm,
itself a little bit before the big day.
mm.
So,
Dude,
oh yeah.
it reminds me of this story. One time I was at Chili's. Um, and Liz, do you remember
Uh-huh.
that manager, Liz? Do you remember her? It's kind of,
I don't
big,
think so.
big.
I don't know if I work. I
Do you
don't know
remember
if I work with
Shayna?
her
Do
or
you
not.
remember Shayna? She's kind of like Shayna, almost. Shayna, the manager. You don't remember her? Anyway, I had a cut
I don't
on my
dwell on my
chin.
chili days as
Anyway,
much as you
yo, I'm
do. It
just
seems
telling you.
like
No, look, I'm just happy.
those are very fond memories to you. I mean, they're
No,
fond to me, but I.
how do you know it's a fond memory? I'm about to just tell you a story,
Anyway,
man.
anyway, go ahead,
How
go ahead. I mean, you bring up
I cut
chilies a lot.
myself say shaving, and they
Baby
sent me
back, baby
home.
back.
They sent me home. They were like, "Yo, that shit's you cut your face, dude. Like, what the fuck happened to your face?" And I had a deep cut on my chin. I cut myself shaving, and
Oh
they
yeah,
were
yeah,
like, "Yo, you can't
yeah.
serve tables with that fucking open wound. Get out of here. Go
That
home.
open wound.
Like shit. Go home, dude." Yeah. I was like, "All right,
Yeah.
fucking." I loved it. I was like, "I'll take that. Let me go home."
Day off.
Exactly.
Day off. Well, hey, man. So we've been laying in the cut
hmm
with no intentions of.
What happened to your audio? Oh shit, you just froze up.
I was waiting for maybe a right story, something to come about that allows us to kind of jump back in it, right, and get this locomotive going again,
Get that
right,
momentum going
and
again, man.
get that momentum going. And Dude, this story, man, it really kind of pissed me off, and it also kind of opened my eyes. In the future, we all know the future is here. The future is now. Technology is moving fast, especially AI. And dude, I hit you up, man, and I said, "Yo, I got the show. We're coming back on. Let's
First of
fucking
all,
do it."
you call
Because
me.
there's an artificial rapper out there.
You call
There's
me
an
at like 7 in the
artificial
morning.
intelligence.
First of all,
Yeah,
you
I was
call me at
driving to
7 in
work.
the morning. 7 in the morning. I'm sleeping, and you're like, "Yo, there's an AI rapper."
It wasn't it wasn't
It was like
7
7.
a.m.
Yo, something ridiculous. Like, why is he calling me this early? I was asleep. Was I not? I was asleep. I was asleep. Working.
You were waking up, but it
Yeah.
was like
All
7:35,
right.
7:40. Well, you
Anyway,
get up early sometimes, you know?
that's
You
true.
get up
But
early.
either way, you.
There used to be a point, Adam, when if you were up by 10 a.m., I was shocked. I'd be like, yo, this motherfucker's up early. What is he doing already at 10 a.m.? And by then I've gotten like all this shit done.
I'm not all
I
delinquent
used
all
to
the
get shit
time.
done.
You know, like sometimes it's all
You've
about
actually
balance.
worked on it.
It's
Yeah, I know
balance.
you got a lot better.
You know.
That's why I had a feeling you'd be up, but hey, definitely had the grogginess voice when I
Well,
called you.
you
But no,
the
that's what the
intensity,
story does to me.
the intensity in your
That's what
voice.
the
You were just
story.
like, "Yo, there's a fucking AI rapper, bro," and I'm like, "What?" Like, first of all, I'm like trying to catch my bearings. Like, what's an AI
Yeah,
rapper? Like, what? Hey,
yeah.
what?
What does that even
What
mean?
is that?
What does
You know,
that
like, well, I'm
mean?
like, what are you talking about? And you're like, "Yo, it's the next show. We're, do the research." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" Yo, and
Yo, you're making me come out like
you were pretty
mad,
like
mad aggressive.
you were
Uh,
aggressive. It was
I
a,
was I
this,
was lit. I woke
yeah.
up, I wake and bake. I was driving to work and I was like, let's do it. Let's start. Let's get this spark going again. Just like you sparked that joint. Let's get this spark going again.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, we're talking about FN Meka. FN Meka. I don't even know how to say his name. FN Meka. Let's call him that for now.
No, it's called
I'm
FN
sure a lot of
Mecca.
you have seen it maybe on Instagram because the story kind of went viral. He was picked up. He was the first AI artificial rapper to be picked up by a major, right? Capitol Records picked him up, who was under Universal Music Group. And it just kind of set the internet ablaze. It set the hip hop world, I think, ablaze.
Yeah.
People were talking about it, and
Well, what it is, man.
it's just crazy, man. What it is it's a company. They made software, right, that studies all the hot singles. Let's just call it maybe probably the top 20, top 50, whatever. And it studies these songs and then it makes its own music. A computer is making its own music.
Nope.
And that's what it is.
That's not what it is.
That's not what it
That's
is.
not
What
what
is
it
it?
is. So, dude, so we've got a new dimension of life coming into form. Like, if you don't know, now you know, but it's the metaverse, right? The metaverse is something that people are living in now. Now you could go to fucking Best Buy, pick up one of those fucking Oculus. They're like
Yeah.
$250. Pick up an Oculus, go
I've
download,
been seeing the commercial.
go to steam.com, and then you download the fucking metaverse. It's a free fucking, it's a game, but it's a free fucking universe pretty much where people, they create their own worlds and they create these levels and create like nightclubs and whatever. Like if you want to have a Lakers world, you could have a Lakers world. If you want to have a Juggalo ICP fucking a server room, all the people in that
Right.
room are, and people are spending days and there's a sleep rooms. There's rooms where people could just go and they go to sleep. They go to sleep in these fucking virtual reality fucking. And what Meta is a smart company or a couple dudes who are they're creating a star who doesn't really have anyone to, you know what I'm saying, doesn't have any morals, doesn't really have any.
You said
any
meta,
limit.
but you mean Mecca, FN Mecca.
No.
You
I
said
mean
meta.
metaverse. I mean the metaverse. The metaverse is what I'm talking
They're
about.
creating a
They're
star.
creating like their own little Snoop Dogg, their own little digital Snoop Dogg, where he could go put on shows in the metaverse, and he could go. And the thing is that the lyrics and stuff. The lyrics are the lyrics are written.
So wait,
the lyrics
so
are
hold
written,
up.
and the song is performed.
Hold up.
Okay.
So it's the metaverse that's behind them?
It's not. So it's no. It's a company. It's a.
Because you're kind of all over the place. So is the metaverse making FN Mecca? Not
The
my
metaverse.
understanding. They are
the
not
metaverse
behind
not
FN
making
Mecca.
it. But it's
Okay.
implementation for the metaverse, right? You could put him in the metaverse because you could put anything in the metaverse. So you have, a digital, it's like a hologram that you could control. You could use it to sell fucking drinks. You could
Right.
use it to sponsorships. You could slap any fucking label you want on this guy, and he's a cartoon for kids that all he is, he's got 4 songs and a bunch of dope TikTok videos. They're all like, if you look through his TikTok videos, they are so dope. He's got a Bugatti plane. He's got a Bugatti fucking plane that with the seats, there's a fucking like bus. They're all fucking, all the seats are in it it's dope, man. Like he's got whoever's.
You would think it's dope. And I'm surprised you think
haven't
this is
seen
dope
it.
because
You
you're
haven't
such
seen
a
it.
I have seen it. I have seen it.
No, why wouldn't I think it's dope?
I went to YouTube and watched the video. I think it's very basic. I think some of the shit's very basic. I see the whole
No.
I got a AirPod shoddy, some
You're
looking
looking kind of
sussy, and he
shoddy.
like
I'm
shoots
trying to get a
right. So
study pop.
I've seen it.
Those
I've
graphics are
seen it.
incredible,
Okay.
though.
And
The,
the shit's corny.
the
The shit's
graphics.
corny.
You're looking at the TikTok.
I mean
It's going
well,
viral.
yeah, the graphics are
Incredible. The graphics are incredible. They look almost real, and the things that he's pulling off, or this team is pulling off, those are just NFTs that they're putting up, on TikTok, and they turn around, they sell those NFTs because there's a fan base behind this guy. Like people actually like him, people support him. So why wouldn't people want to buy the NFTs and own those moments? Like the thing is, man, like it takes a lot to put out the shit that they're putting out, and they're not just fucking around. It's not AI either, because the songs are performed by certain rappers. They're ghostwritten by other rappers. It's what's AI about it is that they use shit like
they use other people's voices as voiceovers, but
right.
the programming is studying popular music and
The
is
subject
taking
matter is
it's pretty
AI.
much stealing. I think this is a slight show of just where technology could go and how it could poison the well, if you will, because technology is so good in so many ways. It advanced us as people in so many ways, but also this artificial intelligence is definitely a threat to humans. It's like fucking Rise of the Machine Terminator shit, when you could develop software and programs that pretty much take from everybody else and take the best out of everybody else and put it all together into something. That's going to create something dangerous, man. And then the people that feed into it and the people that follow it they're just feeding the machine. They're feeding this ugly ass monster. And I'm surprised you're down for it, because you're down for the underground artist.
Well,
That's who you support so much. I
mm,
respect that. And I respect everybody's hustle. But this is threatening the underground artist.
well,
100%.
I'm surprised that there aren't more artists like this, and I think that this is one of many, virtual. Because what it really is, it's not an AI, a computer or a robot. It's just a virtual artist making this virtual money. You know what I mean? In this virtual space. I mean, and eventually,
Which is shitty.
well,
Shitty, right? Because the major labels in these companies make so much money off these artists to begin with anyways. Now you got an artist that's not actually an artist. It's just
well,
another company
well,
that exploits popular music, right? And especially hip hop. When we're talking about this, we're talking about rap, because to my knowledge, there's no AI country singer right now or pop singer yet, but it's exploiting rap. And if you've seen the digital artists, Adam, what does he look like? What does this FN Meka dude look like?
so it's you really got to look at it in terms of it's a team of people. It's a graphic artist or graphic designers, and it's pretty much the rapper that's now getting a paycheck because he just signing some bars in a studio, and fucking the writer. All these people are now kind of getting a cut and getting paid, just like Kanye does or anybody else would do. But it's this virtual artist that they could really, that doesn't have to sleep, that doesn't need to fucking eat, that doesn't need to it's rap with no overhead. It's
this digital cartoon who's kind of he could be any race, but the fact that he drops N-bombs repeatedly, they're pretty much saying
right.
he's black, right? But he's kind of like brown skin, light skin. He's got like green or purple dreads, right? Like a green purple dread mohawk. He's got like this golden jaw
Mm-hmm.
and like this golden hand, and he wears, a chain that lights up. And it's very much what popular rappers wear and everything, right? They're pretty much gimmicking all that shit to the next level. Face tattoos.
To be honest, it's something that looks like it would come out of Fortnite, really, to me. Almost.
Right, yeah, that's actually a great way to say it, dude. He's like a Tekashi 6ix9ine Fortnite.
Yeah, but that's where
like Lil Pump meets Tekashi 6ix9ine. That's kind of what this character looks like.
And to be honest, that's who I think he's, that's who I think the market is like, that they're directing the market to those Fortnite kids, those gamers, because he's doing.
They are, yeah, the youth.
Right, and
youth. Which I'm seeing stories, bro. I don't know if you've seen this in New York. There's like teenagers going around terrorizing people, like fucking beating up old people, killing taxi cab drivers. Like there's a lot of violence in the youth, dude. Like ignorant violence, right? Like it's just stupid violence.
Well,
this is like the new wave of rap. This is the new wave of music. This type of shit, man. And I don't know. I don't like it.
Well,
I don't like where it's going.
As far as the FN Meka drop in the F-bombs were being dropped by the musician.
Not F-bombs, N-bombs.
Right. N-bombs, right. My bad. That was being dropped by the rapper. I forgot the rapper's name. Some legit.
The rapper's not writing the lyrics. I saw this guy. The guy is a black guy. One of the guys I think that did a voiceover for this character. For this digital artist, right? But they're not writing the music. And the team and the people that are profiting from this rapper are not black as well. So I just posed the question, like, is this a way around the N-word? Because I don't think it is. And they've suffered a lot of backlash too so far since the signing. And
right.
A lot of people are talking about it. And, I'm not black, but from what I read, a lot of black people, if not most, if not all of them, do not like the idea of this digital rapper just dropping N-bombs, right? And just being a culture vulture to the struggle, I guess you could say. You get what I'm saying? Like they're just making money off of it. Like how can you have an artist?
How would you feel about it if it was the same thing but white dude and not dropping N-bombs?
It'd be a little different because now you are being racially sensitive, at least.
But it's a white dude. It's a white dude doing it. So is that culture vulture because now the guy's white?
It's still it is still culture vulture, but now you're not a racist culture vulture. Okay, it's still culture vulture, right. But I guess when we like artists, what do you like about an artist so much? And you were actually at my house the other day, and you were telling me one reason why you like a band so much, and what is that reason? Do you remember?
You
told me like their origin story.
Well, yeah, like how they get together, how like the behind the scenes, like the shit behind the scenes, like what's the story about, like, how did they meet, or do they hang out really? Do they really hang out outside of the music, or is it just the music is just business? Is it, like I like that shit about everything, wrestling, NBA, like I like.
Yeah, so if you like a wrestler, or you like a certain athlete, or you like a certain rapper, isn't it part of their story and who they are as a person that also intrigues you to the artist and makes you like them or root for them or be a fan of them?
Say it again. What?
Who they are and who they are as a person and what they represent and their background, where they come from, doesn't that make you a fan of that person?
Right, but this is a little bit different because now we're talking about a virtual world. We're talking about a different world where
But we're talking about an artist that doesn't have no emotions or feelings or anything like that, and they're talking about shit like that.
Right, that's true. Like that's I haven't thought of it like that.
You get what I'm saying?
But
like I'm just saying there's absolutely no authenticity to what I'm hearing to an artist. So it makes it that much weirder that like a robot is essentially rapping about police brutality.
Well,
like that's kind of weird.
I guess I see your point, but the thing is though,
like how do I connect with that?
But maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. Maybe I don't. I'm not listen. I'm not bumping it. I'm not sitting there bumping FN Meka, right? To me,
I know you're not.
To me, it's not really my thing. But what I see is, there's a lot of potential to make money there with something like this, and if people are smart,
well, that's all it's about. That is all it's about.
Right. Well, and it's something that's inevitable. It's going to become a big deal, man. Like this is the first one and it's already kind of like become a star,
Right.
right? The next one,
You're absolutely right about
the
that.
next,
Yeah.
there could be a group of Spice Girls. You know what I'm saying? And I'm at
This isn't going to be the last FN Mecca
right,
for sure.
you know. And to me, I'm a little excited to see what else is out there. You know, what other kind of acts, because there's not limited to this world. They're not limited to like the different laws and physics of this world. They're unlimited, man. And the thing is that it's visually pleasing, you know. So
I want to call it, well, maybe to some. I could see it be visually pleasing to some. To me, it's corny too when I watch it. It's very corny. It's very childish. So it's definitely for like 12-year-olds and shit like that. Like that is who they're targeting and who they're brainwashing as well. Because those kids can't even formulate thoughts to understand what is going on here with an artificial intelligence robot trying to take fucking music.
it's
You know, like robots already threaten a lot of jobs. Artificial intelligence already threatens a lot of jobs. Things that are thought to be secure now with creativity and the creatives in the world are no longer secure.
I don't.
This is just music. This is just a rapper. Painting is going to be next. Podcasting is going to be next. Like they're going to study the most popular podcasts and popular talking points, and they're going to create an artificial intelligence robot that talks.
So podcasting was the next, bro. Podcasting did that to radio, you know, and painting, you know, has been kind of done that, you know, has been digitized by, you know, a Photoshop and different. I mean, just look at NFTs. You know what I'm saying? That those are digital works of art. You know, that are kind of.
You're kind of missing the point, though, because the point is people have made that. People have made that art. It's people making that art.
There's people
now
behind
a robot, and artificial intelligence is going to make that art. Now you're going to be able to have a robotic machine study millions, because it's a fucking computer, right? They could study millions of images and pretty soon start painting shit.
To be honest, bro, I think you're getting with the AI, you're getting caught on that. That's just a buzzword that the media has been using to describe, to catch on. Like that's a clever marketing tool that, you know, this team of guys has used to be like, oh, it's AI. It's not AI, bro. There's like somebody writing the lyrics. There's somebody, maybe
there's not though.
There is.
They're not. They're studying it and they're putting it together. They're using essentially a mass computer to break down all the popular songs and then just make a fake song.
The only thing AI about it is where they take things like, they do study the popular culture and then they make things like a KFC console or a Starbucks fucking Xbox or a Bugatti plane. You know, they're kind of randomly generating these different things and putting them together, all popular things, like a supreme sword, you know, like
so I think what I'm trying to say, man, is a bigger picture, and I don't think you see the bigger picture. I don't think you understand that they could make a supercomputer brain that is so smart it could brainwash everybody. You could make a politician and not make a digital politician, but all of a sudden like the speech writing, and they probably already fucking doing that.
They probably do, right? And
they're probably already doing that, but that's where all this shit is going. It's like Rise of the Machines, man. I honestly think technology will be eventually our downfall.
I don't think that these virtual artists could ever replace a real life artist or real life music, and that's just me though. Like I'm
not to us, because it's probably not going to happen in our lifetime. But you mentioned like the metaverse and virtual reality, and people get caught up in that shit. Nike's taking out patents and shit for like clothes in the metaverse, as well as a bunch of other artists. So like this virtual reality, like forget people working hard and struggling in inflation in the real world and having good money in the real world. You're going to want real money in the fake world. Like this shit is crazy, man, and it's distorted. And this is where the future is headed. Not to meet guys like you and I, but to the youth that are growing up with it. And that's all they know now. So like, I'm looking like, man, fucking 20, 25 years into the future, what this world is looking like. And I'm happy I'm alive right now.
Well,
because I don't know if I really want to be a kid growing up
even
in this day,
even 5 years into the future, man, it's kind of very exciting. The world and technology is moving so fast. It's moving
so fast,
lightning quick. And even 5 years into the
future, compared to like everything else, like technology is the one thing that keeps like growing like exponentially year by year.
Right.
You know, like not a lot of things evolve, not a lot of creations and inventions evolve, but technology just fucking going at the speed of light. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
yeah.
And then like I do think of like Black Mirror.
Mm,
I know you love Black
yeah,
Mirror,
I've
right?
seen
And then
all of them.
the movie Her
Yeah.
with artificial intelligence and stuff like
Fallen.
that, and these exaggerated views of the future. But how exaggerated are they?
Not too
Because
exaggerated.
it's like it's coming around, right? Like it's coming around.
Yo,
And I remember being a kid watching Dick Tracy, and Dick Tracy had the talking watch, and now everybody's got Apple watches, Galaxy
bro.
watches, smart
Yo,
watches.
the other day I was on the fucking Real Doll site looking at these fucking trying to look, I
Sicko.
was trying to figure it out. So like, you know what? Like maybe, I was just checking it out. There's nothing wrong with that, really. But it's kind of
No, not at all. But
this
you know, you bring up a great point with even sex and artificial intelligence and virtual reality and all that shit. It is going to mess up sex for the future generations to come.
well, don't you think sex is already kind of a little bit with
It
porn,
is.
right?
It is. And that is through technology, right? Exact technology. The accessibility of it and just having it on your phone now, anywhere you
Hmm.
go, and it's free and it's just everywhere.
Hmm.
And it has fucked up society as a whole sexually, for sure. There's a lot of sexually frustrated people. Singles can't find decent people to spend a life with because there's so many options and all this shit. And you talk about photoshopping pictures, so people are looking for images and quality. It's all fucked up, bro. It's all fucked up. Like as cool as technology is, I feel like it is like it's an
It's a
evil. You know what I mean? For
It's a
sure.
double-edged sword.
It's a double edged sword, bro. And you got to be smart enough to see through a lot of that bullshit. And you know, when I just see this fucking fake artist that's just exploiting everything and it's exaggerated, all the features are exaggerated and everything. I think of the youth and I just think of where the future is headed as well. But I do think of artists now that are hungry, that are just trying to make it, even if you're a ghostwriter, right? Like that would be dope, man. I would take a ghostwriting position for a fucking rapper and make like, give me 100K a year. I'll be happy with that shit,
Would
right?
you take it for a virtual rapper like FN Meka? Would you take it? Would you take a 50K a year for it?
50K. I mean, if it's like a full time shit,
No,
no,
not full time. Like
that's
no,
nothing.
just
But
four
on
songs,
the
five
side,
songs. You know what I'm saying? 50K.
well, we're getting besides
I
the
just
point
answer the
here.
question.
It's not about him. He
It's
doesn't
about.
need a
I
ghost
want
rap.
to know though.
But that's the point I'm trying to make. He doesn't need a ghostwriter. The
Yes, he
other
does.
artists are his ghostwriters. He's stealing from other artists, is what he's doing. And then they're just having someone rap over it as a voiceover. That's all it is. They're studying all these songs and they're just stealing from everybody.
Bro,
Key phrases, key words.
when when
That's all it is.
when a new artist today is out there, trying to write his first rap, what do you think he does before he writes his first rap, man? He's gonna go and study it all. He's gonna go and listen and be like, all right, well, I could have this cadence, or I could do this, or this seems to be popular.
And that's putting in the work, and that's a person putting in the work, and that's a person also doing their own. It's kind of their own spin. They're taking what they like and they're trying to make it themselves. But it's just different when it's a person versus a fucking
There's,
computer. Get what I'm saying?
there's,
And I brought up ghostwriting because there's going to be no ghostwriters once these computers are doing it.
there's no computer making any decisions here, bro. Like there's a computer's making suggestions, and it's not AI. It's not a robot. There's an actual. It's meant to be. It's just like a person that's in a video game, like say if you were playing Warcraft and you've got your character, right? Or if you're playing NBA 2K and you're playing Pro Am, you've got your character, your dude. There's somebody behind it. There's somebody with controllers, behind it. Just
And
like
that's the scary part, man. That's evil capitalism is behind it. You just said it's all about
capitalism,
money earlier, and it is all
right?
about money. All of this is
Yeah,
about money. The whole
it's about
story
money.
is about money. When people talk about it, it's about making money. The company who made this, it's about making money.
Yeah,
And it's capitalism playing it, and then we're all the fucking goons just following it and eating that shit. Like this is what makes the story scary. And this is just a fucking little virtual rapper. If you really apply what they're doing to this rapper, what else are they doing and using AI for? AI is everywhere.
mm,
AI is in your phone. It's in your phone. That's it. And everybody's got a phone and you're always on your phone. So we're already fucked. But artificial intelligence is already studying us.
mm.
It's already what it's doing,
Do
bro.
you
And think about the term artificial intelligence. Like there will be a time eventually when this shit understands that it doesn't fucking need humans. You get what I'm saying? Like
I think
it's going to understand that how dependent we are
mhm.
on technology. You know what I mean, dude? If there's a superhuman that controls all of a sudden all our phones and all our phones black out, you can't access your money.
uh,
You can't access, you know what I'm saying? It's some futuristic shit. I
yeah,
understand that. This is like,
you're
but
it's
this is the future. This is the future. The future is now. Like all of a sudden, Terminator is becoming a lot like, yo, bro, like Rise of the
yo
fucking Machines, dude. Rise of the Machines.
yo.
And Black Mirror is one of my favorite shows.
Terminator's a movie though, man. Terminator's is a movie. Look, I'm not afraid of computers coming around and deciding, okay, maybe they'll decide that, they could be better without humans, maybe. But that's
It's not even better without us. It's about maybe even realizing just the control that they have.
machines
We,
wouldn't have purpose without human. Like there would be no purpose behind a machine because a machine is made to help a human. It's made to make
but
our
that's
job.
not. But artificial intelligence threatens that. See, if you just make a robotic system with no AI, then yeah, I agree with you, right? But when you start making artificial intelligence and robots are on the horizon, we all saw what I think it's Boston Dynamics. Have you seen Boston
Right, right,
Dynamics?
right,
They
right.
got
That shit
dancing
looks
robots,
scary,
bro.
right? That shit looks scary. The
See,
little
you're smiling and
dogs,
you're making me seem like some crazy conspiracy
because
theorist, but this is. But
you
you fucking just said how fast technology moves.
you're on
So
a
all this
polar
shit that
extreme though. You're not looking
seems
at technology as a good thing. You're looking at technology as a bad thing. I'm looking at technology as technology, this AI that's doing heart surgeries and saving
no, that's
doctors
that shit's
from,
great.
you know what I'm saying? Like there's things where
Well, that's what I said earlier. You're not listening to what I'm saying. Technology is
no,
great in the world of medicine,
hmm
and I said that. So it is great, dude. But it's deadly, and that's what. And this is the start of something that, if you look at the domino effect that it could have,
hmm
it definitely is going to be dangerous. It's definitely going to be dangerous, bro. It's definitely going to be dangerous.
it's
Because
already
because we're so
dangerous.
dependent.
Look,
We're so dependent on everything is digital.
hmm
Everything is digital. We're, you know what I mean? We're enslaving ourselves to everything being in the form of, like, even our currency, right? It's all digital. So most people don't use cash. Cash is still around, but let's not act like cash is going to be around maybe 20 years from now. It's not. It's going to be very obsolete.
so you see the writing
So
on the wall then, right?
the writing is definitely on the wall,
Right.
bro. That's why I'm saying I like living now, because I'm telling you, man, if I was born in 20 years, it's a very scary world, man. It's going to be all virtual. It's going to be all fake. You're not even going to know what's what. People aren't even going to be calling themselves humans probably anymore. We're going to be like, with the whole pronoun shit 20 years from now, like shit is going to be so fucking weird, bro. And the fact that we even have a digital artist, this is just the first of many.
hmm
This
Yeah.
is the first, and it's not big yet, and it's going to take a minute, but it is going in that direction.
I mean,
It
even
is going.
I bet like they're gonna make porn stars like that with big old, you know, three titties and whatever,
Right.
whatever it may
They're going to
be.
put porn
It's,
stars out of work.
they're gonna have not. But really, can you ever substitute for a human? No, you don't think you can.
Uh, Watching it, yeah. I mean, you mentioned
Mm,
how this FN Meka guy is very visually appealing to you and to the youth, right?
mm.
So visually, yeah, for sure. I mean, they could put the real out of work. When these kids grow up with it, that is what it's going to be. Because they could create the perfect, craziest person, and they're going to be studying you, so they're going to know exactly what appeals you.
Mm. They, they
You
they
know
have
what I
been
mean?
studying. They have been
They
studying.
have been.
Right.
Yeah, they have been. I mean, if you look at the information age, we're still relatively young, and look where we're at already. In our lifetime, brother, there were no cell phones. Think about that,
Right.
right? In our lifetime, and look where the cell phones are
You
now,
could bend them in half now. Like they're crazy. You
dude.
could bend them
Everything's
in
on it though. Yeah,
Right.
you could bend them in half. They got
Right.
bendable. They got the Z Fold and shit coming out. So it's really not far fetched to think that just 10, 15 years from now, man, everything that I'm scared about could be coming into play. And I can't remember what documentary I saw, man, but it was one with the filter, like Snapchat filters and shit, and how it can mimic people's faces as well. Like they're really real in that.
Yeah.
The danger behind like
Deep fakes.
the deeps, right? And the danger behind that, like really the true danger behind that is a politician, right? And like the rulers of the world. And pretty soon it's gonna be hard to decipher, man, what's real and what's not. And even the system in that way is gonna fuck with all of our minds because none of us are really gonna be able to decipher the truth pretty soon.
Well,
Like I was watching this doc and they said like if someone, for example, got a hold of Donald Trump while Donald Trump was president, I mean, you could start a fucking war, dude. You could get nuclear weapons launched and shit like that. You get what I'm saying?
right.
Like Elon Musk went on the Full Send podcast and said that it's looking way more likely that we are gonna fuck up this world
You mean Americans?
and destroy it. The world, not just Americans. The
No,
world,
like Americans as in we,
everybody.
we as in the Americans are humans.
No, we as in the world, humans, people, society, and where we're going unless we change our act. And woke culture is definitely there, but really for the masses, we're all just bacteria.
Right.
Lovely bacteria. I love it, but this shit is like a scary story, man. What's going?
Well,
I bring up because I didn't want this episode to be the focal on this digital rapper, but technology and artificial intelligence. And people are trying to mimic their consciousness and put it into a robot so they could live forever.
Would you put the chip, the Tesla chip that Elon Musk is developing in your brain? Would you put one in?
I say no, but see down the road, things might change where they pressure us all getting the chip.
What if it makes you smarter? What if I get one and it makes me smarter? Like all of a sudden I got a photographic memory. All of a sudden I could pull up the encyclopedia. All of a sudden, I've got this kind of...
Well, okay. So let's dive into that. So if that is the case, not everybody could get it because we'll all be living like that. Everyone will be equals and that threatens everybody in power. So the only people that are going to be able to do that are going to be people that got $500K in their bank account ready to go. You get what I'm saying? So it's going to be even more, you're going to break people off by classes, right? It's going to be even more of a class system, which is what is already going on,
The thing about Tesla and Elon Musk, he wants it to be a worldwide accepted thing. He wants everybody to do it. So he makes it
like the limitless pill. Well, if he can make everybody do it, yeah, but then that's also scary, man. That means we're all giving up power to this one person. It's like an Adam and Eve story, right? Like Adam and the snake.
The apple.
Hey, you know what I mean? Like that apple. And it's just like, and we will do that. As a society, we are totally going to sell our souls. You get what I'm saying? Like that, the majority of people will do that. But I don't think that's going to be the case, bro. You can't have a society of brainiacs because it threatens the system. It threatens the people that are already there in power.
No, not necessarily brainiacs, but he said that some of the things you'd be able to do is like you won't get sick anymore, or if you were sick, they would know exactly what was wrong with you.
Yeah,
things like that. Where,
I mean, that could be cool. Look, in the form of medicine, I'm all for like technology and how it could help us with medicine. I think some people want to live forever, and I think that's scary too. You really can't have people living forever because then it's just going to be dog eat dog all the time. You're going to have to keep killing people because there's going to be overpopulation. And now you're threatening just like population control in a reverse way. You're threatening like the lack of people being born.
So here answer this question though, right? 5K, put a chip in your brain, okay? You put a Tesla chip, 5K, costs 5K, makes you smarter. You don't get sick. You could download programs and like learn karate immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like you could.
The Matrix.
Yeah, pretty much. The
Matrix.
And it costs you 5K. Would you do it? Would you do it?
Hell no.
No.
No. Then all of a sudden you're not human. You're not human anymore, and you are giving.
Are you evolved?
Elon, no, you're not evolved. Well, in a way, I guess, but not really. Yeah. It's not your natural.
Why isn't technology natural, dude? Why isn't what we create, what humans create, it's a natural thing. It's a naturally occurring thing. Technology is a thing that happens, like just because that's
You know what you're stating is like the sign of the devil, right?
what
Like it's almost some biblical shit. It's
what
almost some bit. No, it is like the. Well, back in the day, the sign of the devil. Everyone's gonna get microchips. Have you ever heard about that or
the
something?
mark of
Like
the
everyone
beast,
was
the mark
worried
of the
about
beast, some
the mark of the
right.
beast, right? The mark of the
Hmm.
beast, right? And I like if that's real or whatever, if that's what you believe, the mark of the beast, that is the mark of the beast because it's tempting you. Literally, it's like Satan saying, "I'm gonna give you everything you want.
Mm,
Just put this in your fucking brain."
mm,
You get what I'm saying?
mm.
Like, I'm gonna give you what? Just put this in your brain. And
Yeah.
that's just not the way I think, bro.
Mm,
That's just not the way you know, it's just kind of scary to me. You watch The Boys, right? It's
yeah.
like The Boys. It's like, they have what do they call like the stuff that gives them superpowers, like
The
V,
V, yeah. The V
something
shooting
something
up the
V,
V.
right? And there's that one character, he won't shoot up the V. He's not gonna sacrifice his integrity and who he is to shoot that shit up. And the main character is shooting it up, and lo and behold, it may kill you. Spoiler alert.
Well,
Right? Like that's how they ended the final
oh, I
season,
haven't
or
seen the
this
final
last
season,
season,
right?
I
I
think.
haven't seen it.
That's how they ended it. That they ended it with like these people they marketed it as shit you could shoot up and you get special powers for a
Oh, they're
certain amount
giving
of
it to
time, and it doesn't
everybody?
and it does and it doesn't harm. Well, he gets a secret batch, right? They haven't given it to people yet. But everything you're talking about with being smarter or microchip inside of you that's going to make you like a superhuman, that's just the mark of the beast, dog.
But is it
There's a beauty in being human, and I think that's really what I'm trying to like protect here. There is a beauty in being human.
right?
Like we're all so fucking worried about how
But
I don't know, like our consciousness has grown so much that everyone's like, you just want more, you want more. Everyone loves all this artificial shit, from plastic surgery to Photoshop to all this shit, right? Like realness is literally being sucked out of this
but
generation.
is that microchip? Does that make you evolve? Like, are you evolved? Is that a part of evolution where only the strong survive, kind of thing? And you know,
Yeah. Well, ultimately, anything that happens on this earth is a sign of evolution. We started at one point, and now we're here at this point. So
okay.
we've
Would you say
evolved.
that if you were enlightened, like enlightenment, do you think like that's a form of being evolved?
Like the limitless pill, right? Like if there's a drug I could take,
No,
that
just or like
maybe that's a little different.
reaching enlightenment
Uh,
through meditation or fucking prayer, fucking whatever, like there's many ways,
through what?
through
Through what?
drugs,
Through
through
a
any.
chip? Through a test?
No, no, no,
Through
no,
a
no, no.
Tesla chip?
Now this is
How?
the
Okay.
X chip. Don't forget the chip. Just saying, like, there's many ways to reach enlightenment. Like you could
Smoking a joint right now.
right. There are many ways to get there. Now, do you think like being enlightened, is that a form of evolution? Like, where is humanity
Of
going?
course it is,
Where
but
is
you're kind of way off topic here
No, I'm
because
trying to wonder like
I,
where's humanity going?
I feel well.
Is it
I'm
more of a
yeah.
digital kind of, or is it more of like a spiritual kind of um fork in the road? I feel like,
It's not spiritual. It's not spiritual. I mean, anybody with any kind of common sense could look at society right now and realize we're not really a spiritual society anymore in general.
Well,
But I don't want to bring spirituality into it. But just as form of enlightenment, I'm totally with you, man. Like, I want to be enlightened naturally and through life experiences and through like memories you share with other people and lessons you learn
mm,
through life and through living life. I'm not trying to be enlightened by like getting microchipped and then having like a computer take over my mind, because then what's your thoughts and what's the computer? You become half man, half machine, and some crazy shit. And I definitely like it the way things at least are now. I feel like this, if technology could just take a pause, I think we're good, but it's not. And where it's going is definitely some scary shit for sure. People eventually are going to be more concerned with their avatar than anything else. And think about how stupid that is. I mean, anytime I spend money in NBA 2K to make my player better,
yo,
think about
I
that. Think
spent.
about how
Oh
stupid that
my
is.
god,
Think
dude,
about how
so
stupid
dumb.
that is. That's it's so
Only
stupid.
for a year later for them to fucking make you start at zero again, dude.
And that's how they get us, and that's
You
how
know,
they control our money and all that shit, man. I
you
just
know how many
artific yeah.
my team packs I bought? Like
I
packs. I
know.
buy
I
so many
know.
packs, bro. And they're so and then everyone you face has got like all the end game cards and I've got no end game cards and I just keep buying packs. It's stupid.
I know.
and I can't
It's
stop.
sick.
I can't stop.
It's sick, but you're human. You're human, and there's millions of people like you, bro, and doing that all over the world, in NBA 2K and Fortnite and whatever.
Mm,
People are doing that all over in the metaverse, and people will be doing that in the metaverse now as well,
right.
you
Well,
know. And not only are you going to try to save up to buy those fresh kicks in real life, you got to save up now to buy your avatar kicks. And you know how people are, like people just like to flex and peacock, and kids especially, they always want to be like that. They always want to have the best and show
you could
off.
be who you want to be.
Yo, society's getting crazy, bro. Society's getting super crazy, man. And when it fucks with the artistry, honestly, it's very dangerous, because when it starts doing these things that to us like only really like a creative mind could do. I mean, you appreciate true art when it comes from a person because you know how hard it is to make that art,
Mm,
and that not everybody could do it. And that's what makes an artist special. That's what makes a creative a creative. And then when you start having AIs and robots and technology take that over, it's a scary world we're living in.
yeah, I, I had some of that.
It's cool. It's cool, but it's a scary world we're living
Mm,
in.
uh, there was something I wanted to say, but I totally fucking forgot.
My bad.
No, you cool. The thing is,
Take
the
your
thing
time.
is,
Take your time.
we're living. Man, uh,
Take your time. I'll edit it.
no, what there
When
was
I
something that you
audio
had
edit
said,
this,
but
I
I
think
no, I
it's
was just trying to respond to something you had said, but there was a there's no. I think that people are gonna enjoy what they enjoy, and if you're smart, the move is to recognize, all right, well, this is all everything's going virtual, sneakers are going virtual, like
yep.
so what's the move? How's some to get capture culture in this virtual space where that's where the audience is. That's where I mean, if these big companies are making these moves, like why aren't we making these moves? It's the wild wild west. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, you and I don't have the
yes, we
the
do.
the financial backing
No,
right
you don't
now
need
to do
that.
some of
No,
the some
you don't
some
need the financial backing.
where we are making those moves though. I mean, we're on I mean, if you're listening to us right now or watching us, this is us making a digital
Yeah,
move.
but
You get what I'm saying? So we are.
why aren't we like starting a metaverse radio station? Like why aren't we doing something like that where we have a little metaverse, like we're fucking on the radio waves, all the fucking radio waves of the metaverse. You think people don't want to listen to something when they're chilling in the metaverse? They do. Like that's not a bad idea right now, bro. Like, well, why aren't we doing that? Like that's I think we should look
All
into
right,
it,
let's
man.
do it.
Like,
Go ahead, do it. Start it
I
up. I'm
mean,
in.
like I think that's not a bad idea. That's not.
I'm sure you're gonna need some software developers and
Man,
engineers and all that
I've been
shit.
playing Second Life since for 20 plus years, bro. I've been
Yeah,
I sit at my computer, man. Like it's not like it's
I know you
impossible.
do.
It's not impossible. And it's not impossible to break into these virtual markets, because these virtual markets are real and there is real money in there, like be it digital or
Yeah.
not, it's real fucking money, and I think it would be like looking at another wave, like I said, the technology and the world is just moving so quickly right now, and there's all these waves that people are catching and getting rich on, and it would be like just watching another wave just coming and crashing over us, without jumping on it. Like, why we see these waves coming, like let's jump on one, let's get rich is what I'm trying to say. Like someone's gonna do it. Someone's gonna do it.
They're already doing it, man. I mean, they're already doing it. Everybody's on this wave. Everyone's looking into it. I mean, you know what I mean? Everyone's getting in on it per se. Like all the big tech people that are in Silicon Valley, all this shit. This shit is here, dude. People are jumping on it all over. Nike, like I said, Nike's taking out patents already for the metaverse.
And
People understand where the metaverse is going. People understand NFTs, and I'm with it. Like anybody growing any kind of business right now, you're probably going to have to try to integrate it in the metaverse eventually, other than food. You get what I'm saying? Like,
even food though.
I guess in a way, that's going to be the
Wendy's and
only
McDonald's
safe
got
thing.
metaverse stores in there, like but they use it as marketing to market their fucking stores. Like, oh, you could come to this.
Yeah, but like, I'm not going to spend money for a metaverse cheeseburger. You know what I
You'd
mean?
be
Like, I'm not
surprised.
going
Wow.
to do that.
Yeah, but you'd say the same thing about I'm not going to spend
What?
money on a
What?
metaverse sneaker. Why would I do that?
Well, no, yeah, but the sneaker is the image and it's your visual and it's your avatar. But like,
Same.
I'm not going to spend money to eat food in the
But
metaverse. Can I taste
would you
it?
spend money to sit at a table with your friends and be, have like like a dining experience where, like all your friends
That'd
at
be
a
dope.
table and they're all these characters, and it's kind of, I mean,
That'd be
like
dope for
instead
sure.
of you and I looking at each other through cameras, wouldn't it be dope if, you were
We got the VR
you had the
on.
VR and I'm like some crazy super crazy clown dude and you're some 8 foot tall what would you be like Kobe Bryant like Michael Jordan LeBron James like ammo game like mix of like a mixture of all three, you know what I'm saying, like just as an avatar, like that's not as crazy, that doesn't sound as crazy as it doesn't sound as so Mark of the Beast to me. Like it doesn't sound like so evil to me. It's right now it is all just fun and games, and right now it is like it's a new frontier. It's a new Wild West.
Well, you're looking at the entertainment of it too,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm looking at if this technology is there and it's powerful, you think like the politicians, world leaders, they're not going to get a hold of that. Like they're going to use it.
Technology's
They're going to use it.
dangerous now in the wrong hands, man. In the wrong hands, everything is dangerous.
Exactly. And it keeps evolving into even more danger and more danger.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot. I mean, there's fuck yeah, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool if I could put on a VR and play as LeBron James and
Yeah.
dunk on somebody and get the feeling of what that's
You know
like.
what?
That's dope. But that's just like the fucking smoke and mirrors
You know
shit.
what you?
They're using all this shit. Yeah, go
No,
ahead.
you know what you could do with VR right now? You could put VR on, and you could sit courtside at any NBA game and just watch it live.
Right, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's incredible, dog. That's
Yeah.
that's amazing.
That's dope.
That's amazing. So, I mean, when you see things like that, when you're in rooms where you're just that you're in a live space, you know what I'm saying? You're there. Look, if you were really there, you couldn't reach out and touch anyone. You can't touch anyone nowadays. Like everyone's, if someone was at a fucking NBA game and started touching me and started putting any hands on me, I'd be like, hey, like you're bound to get
Yeah,
popped if you fucking start touching people. So you're not really gonna be touching Kobe and shit like that. But so what's the hurt the metaverse? If you're almost, I don't know. To me, it's kind of amazing, man. It's
Well, you're bringing up the cool shit, dude. That is dope. But there is everything bad. Everything I was just talking about prior is bad, dude. It leads to greed, first of all, from all these other bigger corporations. It's just like a world that is fake. I'm talking about avatar, maybe building an avatar, building who you are within this metaverse. Because just like anything, your character is going to have status over other characters, right? Like when you get into NBA 2K and you play your my player, aren't you trying to become like a legend? You're trying to get
right. Trying
higher
to
than
get
the next guy. It's just human nature to want that shit. It's just like, you
you
know
want
what I
the
mean? And then
best.
we spend all this time, thinking about virtual reality other than real reality. But to buy a ticket and to go to a game and feel like I'm sitting courtside, fuck yeah, sign me up. But to put a microchip in my brain, like you were
Yeah.
asking earlier, and be like this, like, and think super smart, that's definitely the mark of the beast, dog. Okay.
All right.
That's mark of the beast. Whether it be good or bad, that's a mark of something. Putting a fucking computer chip in you and having it control your thoughts or elevate your thoughts or whatever is just it's unnatural. And dude, everything right now going on is just like it's surreal. It's crazy that we're even here talking about shit like this and seeing what is being made and the creations and the
I
inventions
think last week.
and everything,
I
dude.
think last week you.
And artificial intelligence, bro's crazy.
I think last week you had said something to me. You were like, that kind of blew my mind. I was like, what? You said, I wish I was born in the 90s. Or no, you said, I wish I was living in the 90s. I wish I was like now, like you said, I wish I was this
Yeah, I
age,
love the 90s.
but in the 90s. And I
Yeah.
thought, man, like, damn, you'd be giving up so much. You'd be giving up so much of,
But it's stuff you don't even know you're giving up. And it was better that way. Ignorance is bliss.
that's true.
We didn't know what it was all like. Yo,
That's
the
true.
90s, just living in a day, bro, where you had to go outside and experience things instead of just get on your phone. That's what life is about. That's what living is about. we can't lose sight of that as humans, bro. When you're born into this world, we're supposed to fucking live and we're supposed to experience things for ourselves, you know? It's not all bad. Like it's cool that I could watch videos on like going to France or Paris and places of the world and see it for all the places that I can't go see in my lifetime, right? It's cool to see that, but I'm just saying like we're supposed to live life and experience life.
Imagine if you,
And that was it. Like if you wanted friends and you wanted to stay in the know with your homies, you actually had to go to the homie's house and talk to them. Back when people had pagers and shit, right? Like I'm remembering how my older cousins were living in the 90s and how it was. And it was just fucking dope, man, because they were still cool kids. They were still rebellion. There was still the music and the time period of that age was still there. Technology was still there. It just wasn't what it is today. And it was like
ignorance,
in its innocent it's in its innocent form. You get what I'm
right?
saying? Like you had to watch TRL to watch the music videos. And it was cool like that because you had to go discover
You had to
shit.
go,
You had to go to the CD, you had to go to the
go to
store, you had to go to
go to
Virgin Records,
Blockbuster.
Tower Records. Yeah, to watch that shit
Hmm.
and to hear that shit and to hear music, you know?
Yeah.
And that I mean that's a cool experience, but I'm not saying it's all bad, it's all good. I'm just saying I would have loved to live in the 90s being who I am now.
Hmm.
I think it would have been fun. I think it probably would have been having even more
I
fun.
feel like the '90s was a lot of clicks. Like you had to be a certain something, either a goth kid or, uh, um, like a skater or a hip hop dude, or like
Which is kind of cool when you think about it, right?
it's kind of
Because
very,
look where we are now. Now everyone's trying to form into one, right? Like that's essentially where we're going. Them, they, he, she,
true,
pronoun
true,
shit,
true.
genderly fluid.
Mm,
Now we're all trying to form into one. It was kind of cool when you were kind of clicked up, bro.
yeah,
There was a little more individuality,
that's
you
true.
know?
Well,
Right?
I felt like it. I saw the clicks heavy. Like the clicks were very, um, they were very apparent to me in high school. Like in high school, it was very like,
Right.
okay, you have to be a part of a clique. And eventually I got with the skaters, and to me
Yeah.
that felt like, all right, now I'm with the skaters, so now I'm a cool kid, like now I felt like I wasn't a cool kid, I was just fucking,
That's how it made you feel.
yeah, but it's I don't know, man, like to me I feel like these days there's so much that we're blessed with,
Hmm.
and if we
Technology.
never evolved from back then, if we never kind of went forward, what's so beautiful
Yeah.
about this day and age is that we are moving forward so quickly, and there is changes, and there is like a cell phone now, and before you know it,
There's pros and
the
cons.
cell phones are going to be clear plastic, just clear glass slits of glass, you know
Right.
what I'm saying, where and then beyond that, it's going to be the next new hot shit. It's going to be that ear fucking implant, where you implant something in your wrist, and you implant something in your,
Right. And they have that kind of like medically, right? For
right.
people that have heart problems and other various conditions.
Mm,
Like, yo,
good
technology is
point.
great in medicine. It's going. I guess really honestly, bro, it's all inevitable. Like there's no stopping it. There's no changing it.
Right.
It's all inevitable. It's just trying to look ahead and seeing where it's going and how it can be dangerous. And it will be dangerous because the powerful people in this world, man, that, run the shots, they're going to be in control of these machines, which is just going to turn all of us into even more sheeple. We'll be sheeple, even more now already as a society. They already they got us all in a vice grip. You know what I mean? Financially, fucking emotionally, with anxiety. Like kids nowadays, bro, they're killing themselves at like 7 and 10 years old. You get
Bro,
what I'm saying?
these
And that
rappers,
some of that is technology, bro. Some of that is social media. Like social media, ever since the start of social media, the spike in suicides and depression in teens and young people, you can't deny that. You can't deny there. I mean, it's hand in hand, right? So this is where it's proof that technology is dangerous, man. It's super cool and there's a lot of cool shit about it, but it's super dangerous. And that's why I say I'd rather be living in the 90s because at least technology's there, but it's not dangerous yet. Not quite.
hmm,
Not quite what it is yet.
hmm, shit, man. I fucking, I see what you're saying. That nostalgia. There's a certain nostalgia of the '90s that makes you feel good, but I feel like if you went back to the future, if you went in what you know now and you went back to the 90s and you lived in the 90s, I think that'd be very difficult. You know, that if you had,
you know what I think will change your perspective a lot, right? Like, I think if you have a kid, your perspective on the world would change a lot, bro, because then you would start thinking about what your kid is experiencing. And right now you're not. Right now you're not. And I don't have a kid, but I think like that. I think about the future. I think about the kids. I have godchildren and whatnot. And one day I'd love to be a father, right? But that, I think that would change your perspective a lot, bro. Because when I talk to parents, it's a different situation, man. I was talking to my homie at work, and he's, talking about a show. I think it's Jurassic Park or something that's on Netflix. And he's talking about how, like, early on, a boy and a girl had a relationship. Like, they're kids, they had a relationship, but they never showed, like, the kids kiss, right? And then later on in the next season, there was a girl and a girl that get together, and they show those girls kiss. And he's like, now I have to have a talk with my son about this, and I'm not ready to. Like, my kid's 7 years old. Why am I having to talk to my son about this?
When I was 7 years old, me and my brothers were stealing my dad's hardcore porn tapes out of the fucking basement, and we would go to our friend's house and we would watch that shit. Come on, man. Like, I was watching, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no, my dad didn't have to have a talk with me.
Well, that's why you turned out the way you turned out.
My brothers are younger, man. And my brothers were even younger, like, not at 7, but like, I was like first grade, second grade.
Yeah, not at 7,
third grade, you know what I'm saying? Like, fourth grade, fifth grade, My dad had porn, and we knew where it was, it's kind of...
Okay, so you're gonna bring it right back to me and everything I've been saying, and you're gonna reinstate what I've been saying. Porn is so readily available. Now you got your 5, 6-year-old, 7-year-old watching porn, bro, and fucking with their mind. Okay, porn's not okay. It could be cool in moderation, but now it's not okay, and it has fucked up people psychologically.
I'd like to ask. I never asked you this. Do you watch porn?
Yeah, I watch porn, but it's fucked me up definitely in the past, and it's fucked up my idea of what sex should be with a woman. I could admit that, and if you can't admit that.
Yeah, let me tell you.
You know what I mean? It's porn. Porn is, it could be beautiful. Just, love making between people, bro, is a beautiful thing. But we've cheapened it, just like we cheapen everything.
Let me tell you a story.
You get what I'm saying? Like, everything's been cheapened.
Let me tell you a story real quick. This past, so I was with this girl, right? Got into an argument with her, and I bounced out, went to a hotel room. Next morning, talk to the girl and make up, blah, blah, and jump in an Uber to go back to this girl's house. And now I'm talking to the Uber driver, just making small talk, but I figured I'm never going to see this motherfucker again. Tell him what's going on. And I tell him, like, I don't know why I'm going to say this, but I tell him, like, look, my girl called me jerking off, and, she got mad. And he goes, oh, she caught you jerking off. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, I understand. Like, oh, it could be hard. And then I'm like, yeah.
It was hard.
well, I mentioned, like, he was relating to me, and he was very on my side and sympathetic. And then I had mentioned, like, yeah, I was watching porn, and he was like, what? He's like, you were watching porn while you were doing that? And I was like, yeah, don't you? Like, don't you?
He thought, like, you were with your woman?
He thought I was just like
you were jacking off to her or something?
I think what he thought,
or
I was like,
in your thoughts or something, like, just in your thoughts?
Yeah, like laying in bed, kind of laying next to her, and then she woke up, and that's what I think he thought it was. But then when he found out I was watching porn and jerking off, he was just like, you're a fucking scum. You're like, he just turned into, like, I could feel it. I could feel his like, ew, like, this motherfucker. I was like, you don't watch porn? He's like, no. He started giving me this whole guy, like, talking. I was like, man, like, maybe.
Yo, to any man out there that watches porn a lot, right?
I mean,
how shameful you feel sometimes. At times. No, hold up. Let me Just no.
Okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's cool in small doses, but that is not what porn is, right? It's a billion-dollar industry. It's everywhere. People are addicted to it. Let's not front like what it is. Okay, people are addicted to it, and if you're in the act, just look at yourself in the mirror and look how fucking stupid you look. Okay, and that's just that's
Yes.
just the truth, man. Just like it's cool to, if you need a release, you need to do it.
But
But
the way,
in
wait, that
general,
has
we need to be having sex. We need to be having healthy sex with people, bro. All these serial killers probably ain't fucking killing people if they're just having healthy sex with people that they love. Whoever it be that you want to have sex with, as long as it's consensual and it's all good. That's what we should be looking for, is having real sex, not fake sex. Okay, but I didn't want to even get into porn. Like, I'm not
you.
condemning porn.
Well, it
Okay,
sounds like
like
you
it's
are.
okay. Like,
It sounds like
well, no, I'm thinking
you're condemning
everything, like, no, because it
masturbation.
has corrupted a lot of people's minds, though. It has corrupted a lot of people's mind and how people view women and all that shit, bro.
All right.
I want to bring up something, man, because I
Yeah.
thought it's interesting,
Yeah.
and I want to put you on the spot, but I might
Let's
have
hear
to
it.
put you on the
Let's hear
spot
it.
right now.
Let's put me on the
With
spot.
all the music you listen to,
Mhm.
right, and all the aggressive music you listen to,
Yeah.
and then, you're kind of a softcore porn photographer, I would say. Not hardcore. You do tasteful stuff.
Thank you.
Bad style photography.
Thank you.
Your shit has grown to be even more
This first.
tasteful, and I'm definitely cool.
That's the first time we've mentioned bad style photography on here. Thank you very much, by the way.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, bro. And but you're in that lifestyle, right? You have done some raunchy shit too, and you've been and you watch a lot of porn. Adam, do you watch porn a lot?
Yes.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I watch. I mean,
And
yeah.
one observation I made, man, and you've been in some toxic relationships. Have you just got out of a toxic relationship? Would you say it's toxic?
Oh,
Both ways,
yeah.
both you and her,
100%.
right?
100%. Yeah.
Are most of your relationships toxic?
When you say relationships, do you
Be
mean
honest.
like
Be honest
relationship,
with
the
yourself.
relationship between you and I, or the
No,
relationship
no, no,
between
no, no, no. Girls,
like,
women.
well, there. I mean, I have a lot of.
Just
So,
honest,
like,
quick
look.
little answer, man. Are
It's a
most of them
complicated
toxic?
answer. It's a complicated answer. Like in the moment, you gotta understand. Like, you don't see it as toxic. You don't see toxic. You don't see.
Well, I'll say this. Everyone on the outside looking in your situation knows it's
You were
toxic.
telling.
Other than
By the way,
so.
you were telling me that you like this girl. Remember? You were telling me, oh, I like this girl.
Because she was supporting us. Shout out. She
Mhm.
went to our wedding. First of all, I brought
Right.
her to our wedding.
But
And she's, I guess, quiet enough for me to not know the whole story. But honestly, if we're going to want to go there, I don't even blame the girl 100% for your guys' situation. I actually put a lot of it on you as well. So, and this is kind of where I'm going, man. My observation, bro, is you call her bitch a lot. All right. You call her bitch a lot. You say, and you drop that word a lot when talking about women in general. You say bitch, bitches, bitches. You're not the only one to do it. A lot of men do it. And that's the poison of like the porn and all that shit, bro. That's where I was going with it, man. And there was a lot of anger in it. There was a lot of anger that you have towards women, man. Remember me asking you that? I was like, Adam, are you just angry with women? Like you realize
man, so I think you think that I say bitch a lot, or
you
the thing
do.
is that when I'm talking to you in general, right?
No, you
It's
say
my
you
mistake.
call
It's my
that.
no. Here's the thing. Here's the
You
thing.
say
Here's the
that.
thing.
You
I'm
told
when
us.
I'm
You
to,
told
look
me
when
and
I'm
Alexis.
talking to
You
you.
said that to their
Here's the
face.
thing. I'm trying to talk. Let me say something. Like,
All right, bro.
when I'm talking to you, it's
Yeah.
my fault. Like, I should realize that I'm talking to you and Alexis, and I should be aware that there is a female in front of me. But I
And you do
don't.
say
But I
things a
don't.
lot. Yeah,
I
you
don't.
don't.
I don't. And then
It's
that's
an
my. It's not.
insensitivity because
It's
of
not. It's not something I'm doing on purpose. It's not something that I'm just talking to my boy, and I don't really. To me, like,
yeah, I know, man. I know.
it's I'm not out here in talking to like my mom like that, or talking in public like that, or
No, you would never. You would never.
or
But
like wait sit at a fucking table and like talk to the waitress like that, or like I'm not.
it's everything. It's everything you consume
If
that
I'm
has made
upset,
you
if
that
no,
way.
but if I'm
Is the
upset, if
point?
I had just
Is
gone
the
through,
point that I'm trying to make?
if I had just gone through a situation where like I'm clearly frustrated about it, and it's just fresh and just raw, it just happened, and if I
Yeah.
want to describe someone as a bitch because she's acting like a bitch,
But
I'm gonna call that bitch a motherfucking bitch. Like, that's just,
but that's
you know, like to
that.
me,
Yeah,
that's
in the heat of the
just
moment, behind someone's back, emotional, and you say
behind.
fucking human. Your story is that like you call her that repeatedly. You say it to her, right? You say it to her face,
Well, well, yeah. I'm not gonna
and what I'm
look.
saying is that kind of
In
I want to say
arguments.
lack of respect, man, for yourself and for her
Uh,
that I feel like has been conditioned in you
hmm,
through the stuff that you consume. It's not even who you really are. It's how you've semi been conditioned, and it's the world you live in
okay,
that
but
allows it
man, you're making me sound like
to play out
you're
like
making
that.
me sound like so here's the thing, man. Like if I'm having an argument with a bitch, you know, and this bitch is calling me names, you know, and saying shit to me.
So why are you with a bitch? Why are you with a bitch though? If
Well,
that's how you view her, why are you with her? Don't you want some more? I know you want some more. Actually,
look,
that's a
man,
dumb question for me
it's
to
not
ask because
even
I know you want some.
look, it's not even, you know, man. If I'm in a fucking defensive position, I'm calling someone a bitch is because I can't think of anything else to fucking say, dog. And I'm just saying bitch because I'm trying to be combative, or I'm trying to stand up for myself, or I'm trying to, you know, just protect my dignity, dog, or you know, just hold my fucking own. You know, like if somebody's saying some shit to me, look, I'm a bitch is not just gonna be something that's coming out unprovoked. You know, I mean, it's a reactive thing. I'm not gonna call you like, hey bitch, go give me this, or hey bitch, do, you know, like I actually, like I use I'm man, you make you know what, dog, you make it sound good, man, but
I think you're coming to some realizations right
no,
now.
no, it's not, because
Yo, I
I think
think in
that
general people do use the words bitch not just
look,
towards
if
a
I'm
woman,
if
right? Calling someone a bitch is just meaning like just weak, right? Like you're beneath me. That's really what it is. And if you call it towards a woman, that's what you're trying to say. If you call it to a man, that's what you're trying to say. And no, in no world is calling someone a bitch really okay, really in any kind of sense of the word, right? Like no one should even be called
I
that
don't know, man. I'm
to
from New
begin
York
with,
City, man.
right?
I'm born and raised in New York City. People use bitch a lot in New York City. Uh,
All the time, bro.
I
All the
mean,
time. I've said it a lot. We're all guilty of saying it a lot, but I mean, my point is the conditioning and everything you've consumed visually, audio, through your audio, through everything.
so what does that have to do with me watching porn and like bitch? Like what is bitch
Because you
and
asked me if you asked me if porn was bad, right, initially, and that's kind of where it is, man, is the objectification of women and all that shit.
hmm,
It's women know the power they have. As men,
uh,
we know that.
what do you
We
mean?
know that
I
they're
mean, what are you trying to
like
get at?
their beauty and what we crave and what's our driving force for the most part.
What are you trying to get at? Like that the girls that I take pictures of are not willing participants, and that I'm kind of
No,
forcing
no,
them
not
to.
at all. Not at all. I'm getting at the conditioning of watching sex that's been like cheapened is what I'm saying, right? Like it's to the extreme. It became inhumane, man. My whole point was have real emotional connections and experiences with people, but through porn and through conditioning of society, not just you, man. You're one among millions, bro. There's thousands and thousands of stories
Uh,
just like
I feel
just like that, man.
I feel pretty. I don't know how to feel about this. This whole like. Now you're making me sound like
It's not just you. I
I
watched porn
call
in the
no,
past, dude.
but you're making me sound like I
and
call all
and
women
it
bitch.
did.
You know, like I don't call all women bitches. I call a bitch that's, you know, like I want to get back to that point. Like I'm not out here being disrespectful to women. I'm being disrespectful to one woman, you know, and and like I don't understand, like if someone did me dirty, or if someone did you dirty, right? Wouldn't you call that person, male or female, like a bitch? You know?
We're not, I feel like we shouldn't put this out anyway, so we're just talking now. I'm just talking to you as a homie, right?
Well,
Like,
this is no. Why wouldn't we
uh,
put this out? Like this
but
is no. Wait a minute. Why wouldn't
but
we?
you're making it seem like you're making it seem like an angel, bro. You're making yourself seem like you didn't do anything wrong.
I
Well, I'm not gonna put all the stuff you told me that I know how you wronged her and the stuff you're doing behind her back or whatever that you knew she wasn't fond of. Okay, and like you got to take responsibility for how a woman might act if you treat her that way. And then you turn around and call her a bitch, it's kind of manipulative, bro. And it's kind of a sick, twisted thing for you to think you're okay and you're in the right for acting out like that, bro. Because that's not how your mom raised you. If your mom ever saw you act like that, how would you feel?
You know what, man? Like,
You
I'm
should
not,
you should carry yourself in a way that you're prideful of yourself and your actions.
man. Here's the thing: is that I know from the way this person, I don't feel bad. I'm not gonna sit here and feel bad about it, man. Like, because I feel like no matter what.
So you didn't wrong her in any way.
I didn't wrong her.
You didn't do any. You didn't.
No,
You didn't wrong her in any way. You didn't. You treated her real good the whole time.
There was a point where I wanted to end the relationship, and she. So, man. All right, let's get into it.
We shouldn't be talking. No, now
let's get into it. Now let's get it. We're getting into it.
I'm just talking to you, actually.
Nah,
Yo, man,
because we have to talk about
I
it.
really don't want to put this out. I really don't want to put this out because I'm really talking to you as a homie, man. And after kicking it with you, I got love for you, man. I just want you to out of these fucking situations, bro. Get out of these situations, bro. We were on Molly. We were supposed to be feeling good and high, and everything you played was so aggressive and dark. And that's psychological insight to you. And you told me you had a nervous breakdown recently, and your dad's helping. And I'm not criticizing you, bro. I'm here for you as a friend, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm just trying to I want you to get out of it. Any kind of depression or shit you're going through that you may be in. This shit, I'm telling you, bro, we're not putting this out there because it's involved in the war.
I don't think you should be a coward and put it out. Like, I think this is the type of shit that, is gonna people don't want to watch shit like this. Why would I not want to watch shit like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't somebody? To me, we don't gotta be afraid of it, man. Like, that's what we're. I mean,
not being afraid. It's your personal life, because if it was me in the reverse seat, I might not want to put this shit out. So I'm being respectfully. I'm not trying to.
We don't have to pussyfoot around it, man. Like, it's content is content. But the thing is that I feel
gotta be better people.
Look, man. I'm not a bad person, and I'm not a bad person.
You're not. Oh my god, you're not.
I'm not.
I would never. So I would never kick it with you.
Me staying around with this, there's a lot of the story that you don't know, man, and just a lot of story that I don't even want to bring up. I don't even want to go through it, but I was can I say something? Yo, look.
Oh, go ahead. You go.
Look, there was a point where I was staying with her and I wanted to go home. And I was like, look, I got to go home. And she
called the cops on you.
Right. She called the cops on me.
You told me. Yeah,
to me, it was done. To me, that's like, that's it. She called the cops on me, tried to say I stole a car, all this shit, whatever.
That's some shit.
To me, it was
she's not an angel. I know she's not an angel.
Yo, she was bipolar. And the thing is, like,
how long ago was that? How long ago was that, though?
That was a year ago. It was a year ago.
Okay. And then you were kicking it with her still the whole time, even after all of that, right?
Well, so that wasn't my decision. I was the one who's like, nah, like, this guy.
I mean, you went to Arizona to kick it with her.
Right.
Right.
Now.
And why did you go to Arizona to kick it with her?
Because it's not like I don't have feelings for her. I do. She's a very funny girl. Like, I love, that bitch makes me laugh so fucking much. Like, it's hilarious.
That bitch makes me laugh.
Yeah, that bitch makes me laugh. That bitch makes me laugh. Yeah, she does. She's fucking hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not.
You calling her a bitch again?
It's not, but it's not derogatory.
That's how you view her. But that is how you view her.
Yeah, because
that is how you view her.
Because she fucked my shit up.
So you're not putting
she fucked my shit up. Like, my shit's all twisted up. You were sitting there telling me how, like, oh, I like this chick and this and that, blah blah blah, and that gets into my head, So I try to make efforts. And I'm trying to. And look, I'm not perfect, dude, but I'm trying to.
You were cheating on her,
heart, and just following my heart.
And you went to Arizona, and from what you told us, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if you're peacocking. You went to Arizona just to be with her so you could fuck her friend and have a threesome, right? So you're not, dude. Wow. You haven't changed your patterns. That's what you told me, bro. And if it's not true, then that's you just peacocking.
So I think it wasn't sincere. If the real reason you went
was because you have emotions and feelings for her, right? Then you are guarded and you're deflecting and you're not allowing yourself to be vulnerable and you're not allowing yourself to treat her then with respect.
So
rather than keep calling her
So, so when I said something like that to you, it was me justifying the reason why, like, oh, why did I fucking go to Arizona? You know, so why, what was I doing fucking out there? You know, and me saying something like that, man, like, so it's kind of like
perpetual toxicity, man. You know, because you know she's toxic for you too, because she's not perfect.
right.
I'm not gonna call her an angel, right? But you went there and got into it with her and kept calling her bitch, 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 and I'm sure she's calling you names too.
Right.
No one's good in this case. No one's an angel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, why do you put yourself in that situation? Why are you being that? Why are you not demanding more out of yourself? Why are you not changing patterns?
I was trying to fuck.
Why are you not trying to?
I was trying to fuck her friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
So you don't. So that's what I'm saying. You're not accepting responsibility for.
I'm telling you, I don't have
any
reason.
kind of toxicity she's throwing at you. Like you deserve it in a way, bro. You deserve it.
I don't have a reason. I don't have a reason.
You both deserve it.
I don't have a reason for why, you know, I was out there. I don't have a reason for, you know,
you both deserve
being
it.
fucking putting myself in that position. I don't have a fucking reason, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just go with the flow, you know, and that's what
I know, man. And as a true friend of yours, man, I'm just kind of like, for me, it's not like I don't have any pride in these stories. I don't take any joy in these stories when you tell me that, man. And I'd rather you be telling me like, damn, man, life is good. I have a woman behind me. My business is doing great.
Right,
I'm like, you know, I have something stable. I got some stability in my life. Because right now you don't have a lot of stability. Not necessarily all your fault, but I'm just saying, like, right? Like, I want that for you, bro, because you're my real friend, and I want that for you. And I you gotta want it for yourself.
Okay.
And you gotta act right. You gotta act right, bro. You gotta.
Well, you make it sound like I'm a fucking. You make it sound like I'm, you know, in a halfway house and fucking.
No, not
like
at all.
I'm a wreck. No, man. Like I hold together
mentally
pretty nicely. I hold together pretty nicely, man. Like in fact, the only effect you'd probably see of my mental, you know, would be something like me not shaving my face or me kind of just, you know, growing my hair out. Like, no, I think I'm
just talking to you as a friend. There's no capture culture podcast.
No,
this,
come on.
I think you're a great person. I think you hold it together wonderfully. I'm not trying to say you don't. I'm really not trying to say you don't. I'm trying to say I know you, and I know your real story, and I know what you're going through. I feel you, right? And I just feel like I want you to get in a mindset, man, where you really are trying to better yourself, man, and not getting caught up in your old habits. And this goes for me too, bro. I'm lazy. There are things I got to do to work on myself. I am not perfect, so I'm not saying I'm above you. I'm not saying I'm smarter than you. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not saying my life is better than your life. That is not what I'm saying, right? Really, it's not what I'm saying. And everybody has their own path. And your happy, successful story looks different than what my happy, successful story looks like. I just want you to get there just like I want to get there. And and the time you were here, bro, even though you're going through so much shit, you had nothing but positive vibes, bro. Nothing but positive vibes. And that speaks volumes on your character. So I'm not attacking you and your character and who you are, bro.
Thanks, man.
I'm not.
And
I'm really not. I'm talking about I just thought, like, I don't know, maybe I was high and super sensitive to it, and I had my woman there, and we both had the vibes you were just giving off through Raquel and women, and just who I know your history, and I know the things you've been with all these women. And it's just the same old shit. And I do think having a partner in life is really crucial, whether you want to admit it or not. It was crucial for both of us. It's crucial for me now. If Alexis left me, I'd be crushed. I don't want to be alone. No one wants to be alone.
Right.
I asked you if you wanted to get married. You're like, fuck yeah. Doesn't everybody? I asked you if you want to have kids. You're like, fuck yeah. Doesn't everybody? I just want you to achieve that, bro. And I want you to look in the mirror and take responsibility for where you're at when it comes to, you know, just relationships and everything, bro. I'm not
sitting here crying, you're not woe is me. Like, I do take responsibility, and I do recognize, like, all right, well, maybe I gotta, you know.
Yeah, just change your ways. However way you're meeting women right now, it's not working, right? Try to meet a woman a different way. Like in a little more like, actually, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, go on a date with an adult woman, man. That a mature woman that knows her shit.
Shit, ouch, bro. Come on, that's.
No, you know what I'm talking about
Well,
because
what
when you
is?
talk about Rochelle, how do you speak?
Oh
How do
man,
you
just
speak
don't even
about her?
say
You
her
don't.
name though. Just come on, like bleep the name.
Well, we're not airing. No, we're
Yeah,
not
no,
airing this
no,
stuff.
we are,
Seriously, we're not.
we are.
No,
No, no,
no.
no. We have to. No, we have to. I'm not gonna do it, man. I'm not gonna do it. Like if we don't air this shit, like I'm not gonna do it, dude. Like we can't be put pussyfooting around this shit. Like
All
you,
right,
you
all
don't
right.
understand, man. Like this is the shit that we don't have private lives. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just not. It's
Okay.
you know
All right.
it's
Well, we're gonna do a lot of editing for sure,
no.
so don't worry about that.
All right, whatever. Anyway, bro.
Yo, it's gotta sound.
Look,
Anyways.
here's the thing. I don't feel like I'm out here like I see like a crackhead on the street and like, oh yeah, that's perfect for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me go, let me go, fucking, like, no man, like I'm, you know, I don't know, man.
I guess I mean I'm just
Look,
trying to
me
help you,
saying
man. I don't know
bitch.
if
Here's the thing.
I
Me
know you
saying
don't want it.
bitch.
I know you.
Look, I never hit a woman. I never fucking. I've never hurt. Maybe emotionally, yes. Maybe I've done
Come
some
on.
emotional
Is she the
manipulation.
first?
Maybe I've done some.
Is she the? How many
What?
women have you called bitch to their face?
I mean, yeah, I'm not afraid to call bitch a bitch though. Like I don't understand like why you get so. Why is that so? Like, look, man, I've been called names my entire fucking life. If I'm fat, I'm fat. If I'm hairy, I'm hairy. And if I'm ugly, I'm ugly. And you know, I've heard I've heard the names. If someone's calling me a little dick, fucking ugly, hairy, whatever. Guess what? From now on, that bitch is a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
Yeah.
that's
That's
it.
cool. I'm cool with that.
Like.
Talking about just women and women you've dated or relationships.
Yeah,
My whole point was with porn. My whole point was it was all with porn and it was all with the music you listen to as well. I do feel like that has a lot to play with just how you treat women, and how you look at them in general.
I love women, dude. I think you know that. Like I love women. Like I celebrate.
But you don't
women.
treat them like that. But your actions don't necessarily.
I
Your
celebrate
actions
women
don't.
with
Your
my
actions don't
with
fall
my
into
art.
that. Is what I'm saying.
Like
You're kind of
my
a contradiction with that. You are. You're kind of a contradiction.
when like I said, man, the only the only thing I'm guilty of is loving a little too much, and and I celebrate women and with my art, like I sit there and I look, it's not. I'm not sitting.
That's not
here,
a false statement. I agree with that.
I'm not sitting here trying.
When I
to
look
make,
at your photography, you're trying to highlight you're trying to make them look very beautiful and powerful. So I know that. I know that.
Like I said, like when, look, man, if there's somebody, even if it's a dude,
How many guys have you called bitch to their face?
Man, I've called every single one of my brothers a bitches, to their face. I've called my cousins bitches to their face. Like I've called
non-family.
A few, man, a few. It's not like I haven't.
Yeah.
It's not like I haven't. I'm not afraid of confrontation, man. I could. Look, I wouldn't probably call him a bitch. I'd probably say like, you're a maggot or something like that, or.
I haven't heard that one, dude. I don't think I've ever heard anybody get called a maggot.
Yeah, I'm censoring myself. I'm censoring myself, like when I'm saying that. So it's.
Oh, I get what you're saying. That's bad too.
Yeah, but but it's not me being insensitive to women or gay men. It's just me trying to inflict pain with as much pain as I can with my words. Like I want you to feel it when I fucking say it. So. Damn, bro.
You're not a vicious person, though. I mean, this is like the conversation is making you seem some type of way, but you're really not that type of way towards most people. I'm just saying most of your relationships.
Yeah.
I've heard stories from you.
Look,
Definitely name calling back and forth. And I just don't think you're gonna get to where you want to get to if this is the same type of shit you're gonna keep doing.
yeah, well,
And it works both ways. It's a two-way street. So I'm saying pick them better, treat them better, and you'll be living better.
you know what, man? Right now, I'm just kind of really just focusing on myself. I'm not really trying to trip on picking anybody out or, you know, I'm just gonna kind of, I'm gonna keep it solo dolo for a minute and just, you know, just cruise and do my thing. I'm not really, I don't really, you know, I'm not really tripping on it, man. I just don't want to. You know, I'm kind of sick of it right now. I just want to get my shit back together and get, you know,
and deservedly so,
you know,
bro. You deserve it.
Not,
but having a partner in crime is part of your entire picture that you're trying to put together. It's part of your.
No, that shouldn't be the focus.
No?
Like that's not.
So no, it's not the focus. It's part of it. When you close your eyes and you envision your best life, your best version of you, and your best life that you can attain, what does that entail?
Money.
What does that include? And that's it.
I mean,
obviously we're all driven by money. I'm married and I'm thinking about money. I want money. I want to make more money. But that's it? So when you close your life and your life purpose and everything you really truly want, it's just money? Because I know that's a fucking bull-faced lie. You just keep deflecting.
No, I really think like
you're not being real.
Think
that's it. That's all you want is just money.
I think that money.
Because if that was the case, I feel like you'd be in a different situation right now. You are not a man that's driven by money, Adam.
That's true. I'm not driven by money, but it's kind of I envision
that's not who you are.
I feel like money will bring me everything I want. You know, like money will bring me the stability.
And so okay, so now we're getting to the root of it, which is what I asked you. What do you want?
Money.
When you close your eyes and you envision what you want.
Like I'm gotta think like in baby steps, man.
You're dodging the question. You want the money to get what? What do you want?
I want to be I want to have you know, I want stability, man. I want something that's, you know, I want something I could.
What stability? You want a house? You want a wife? You want kids? You want a family? You want stability? Because now you're getting at what I'm trying to really pick at here is what do you want? Do you want that love, that real, that like the
I want my
family is happiness,
I want the freedom,
joy. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I want to find the freedom. I want to find someone that gives me the freedom to do whatever the fuck I want to do, while she could do whatever the fuck she wants to do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And at the same time, like not be, you know, and someone that just can keep up with my fucking antics. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can't, you know.
But that is what you want. That is what you want.
I'm not saying that's something possible. You know, I'm not saying that's something that's kind of, at this point, that search is becoming very,
I'm saying is right now you just said how I'm just going to focus on me. I'm not really worried about all that, but it is playing part of everything is what I'm trying to say, right? Like, don't deny it. That is part of what you want. It is part of what
in order to get there, man, I got to build myself back up to the point of where, you know,
you definitely do. Because you have to put your best self forward in a relationship.
And I'm aware that that's not me right now. I'm aware like that's not where I'm at right now. I don't even feel like I'm you know what I'm saying? I don't even feel like I'm, you know, like a viable, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not even there in my head. So it's like, now it's just about building my, you know, like it's different, man. Like I'm used to waking up.
Changing the patterns and changing habits that have gotten.
I'm used to waking.
Have gotten you where you're at.
I'm used to waking up by myself, man. You know, and I'm used to going to bed by myself, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's not something that's foreign to me. It's not a. Whereas, you know, for someone like you, it might be impossible to think about like sleeping by yourself or.
Oh, it sucks now, and I never thought I would ever get there when I was single for so many years. You know, I hated sharing beds with other women because I wanted my sleep. I wanted to be just have my bed to myself. But now, man, honestly, like if Alexis isn't in bed with me, it's fucking weird, and I don't like it. I went to my parents just for a couple days just to see how my dad was doing. and I really just didn't like it. It was a weird feeling, but it's crazy how that flip flopped. And it just, I feel like maybe in most cases, not maybe yours, but technology, so and all that shit has fucked up that human experience and that connection. And a lot of people feel the way you feel about not finding someone real, someone that sticks around, someone that pushes you, makes us better.
Right, or even someone that keeps my, like
It's like,
I'm not perfect. I'm not the greatest guy. I'm not Brad Pitt. Like I'm definitely an asshole, and I'm aware. And
but all the porn, all the
I
social media,
don't fucking
all
social
the
media. I'm not on social media.
all the rap, like the hardcore, you know what I mean, the raps, like fucking
The Juggalo raps, the fucking.
but gangster rap. I love gangster rap. We've talked about it, but all those raps, all the perpetual violence and all this shit, everything, all of it,
All the shit you're
plays
into
a part.
too, because you watch porn.
All this shit plays.
Don't tell me,
plays
Alex. Let me ask you this:
I watched
What's your
Little
favorite kind of
Exorcist,
porn? What's your favorite kind of porn?
So,
What's your favorite, like when you go to Pornhub, or like when you go to all right.
let me see them titties. Let me see them titties.
No. Like what's your
But that's it.
what's your category? What's your category? Go like what's your. All right. How about this? If you could subscribe to one site, what site would it be?
Pornhub, I guess.
No. Like you got to pick like a category, dog. Like, are we saying like?
Well, that's kind of boring, right? No
not.
one searches the same category over and over and over again.
I mean,
I wouldn't think.
well, all right, but if today, what would you choose? Lesbian, fucking, like, what's a website, man? Just you're making me sound like a creepy.
Ooh, threesomes. Wow, I'm married. Like, why wouldn't I? Like, why wouldn't that be a fantasy of mine?
That's hot, right? That's cool.
I think it's everybody's kick, to a certain extent. I think it's everybody's kick. But anyway, man, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the conditioning of people, man, and that's all I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I'm
and
definitely
artificial rappers like FN Meka is going to be dangerous for the youth and the kids and future conditioning.
Here's the thing,
because of technology. Take me to the 90s. I think we've gone on for a long time, and I need to pee. I feel like we've gone off on tangents now too.
That's cool.
Kind of
we should end it though.
So we should just kind of wrap it up, so we at least we keep whatever we got as like good content.
Yeah, that's good.
Fucking hungry as fuck.
So that's you're gonna end the sign off. Like we're not gonna do the lyrical miracle.
No. We will.
No.
All right, man. So we got off on all kinds of tangents on this episode. All kinds of tangents, man. It's been a while since.
But this is cool. This is the type of
show. But hey, it's cool. We started off on one thing. We got into a whole other thing. Adam, I apologize for putting any of your shit out there. I didn't mean it like that. Okay. If I don't know what's gonna make the final cut and what's not gonna make the final cut, but I was talking to you as a homie a lot of it. So whatever gets said, let people.
The thing is, though, I'm not a.
Hey, not everything. We do this show, and not everything is for the world. And I'm not trying to put.
I'm not a bad guy.
Stuff out there.
I'm not
everything
out.
No,
I'm not a bad guy.
I wouldn't be friends with you. I wouldn't be friends with you if you are. But the thing is I'm a good friend. I'm not just a friend that lets people act the way they are. I'm a friend that really wants the best for everybody I know. And it's not coming from a judgy point of view. It's coming from I've known you for 10 years. It's coming from I know what you want, and I do know your goals and your aspirations. I wouldn't be a friend of you for 10 years if I don't know what, the person inside of you and what you want and who you want to be, bro. And if there's anything I could do to help you get there and any advice I could give along the way, I'm going to give it, because I'm not going to stay quiet.
Keep calling me on my shit. And I'm going to
call you on your shit. I'm not trying to make everything seem like it's all your fault.
No, because you're right.
The person to blame.
You're right. I shouldn't.
But
I'm better than I'm better than that. My tongue is.
You are, dude. Yeah, you are. And don't even put yourself in that situation. Is kind of where I was trying to get at. And why do you keep doing it? And it's like, don't feed the darkness, man. Don't feed the darkness to anybody out there. Don't feed your fucking darkness, man.
Don't feed the dark wolf.
We don't feel good when we're feeling dark, bro. Hey, we might fool ourselves and be like, yeah, we do, but inside we don't. We don't like who we are when we're a dark version of ourselves. Feed the light.
When a bear gets wounded, goes and sits in a dark fucking cave and it heals itself, man. And then it comes back out like,
That's
rah,
regenerating
like a
itself.
Wolverine
Yes.
fucking all up in your ass.
And we all have darkness. I'm not saying, yo, let's all be angels. It's yin and yang. We've been through this before. It's yin and yang. But I'm just saying, don't feed it. Don't fucking feed it, because you just don't feel good at the end
You
of the
know,
day.
man, I think I made a
Just
mistake
don't.
by not shaving. I think I should have shaved and got all ready and sexy for you, and then you'd be like, "Oh, Adam's depressed right now." I'm not depressed, man. I'm just kind of, I'm on
No, you're
strike.
not.
I'm on
Well,
strike
I
right now.
mean,
Like I'm on.
I kind of am. I kind of am, man. I'm just trying to figure shit out. I'm in weird funk, and I do feel like people are in this weird funk. We've all gone through this whole global experiment of COVID and Rona and being isolated and quarantine and social media. It is affecting all of us, and anxiety is at an all-time high, and technology is not helping. We started the show off talking about technology and what it's doing to us. I feel like we've kind of tapped into so many little things of what technology is influencing and doing to us. And that's all it is, man. Anxiety is, and I think most people are feeling a little depressed. I feel a little depressed at times. And I don't even know why. I'm so grateful for so much and I'm so blessed for so much. But yet
Why are you
there's
depressed?
this anxiety.
Why are you sad?
Well, like you, I want a financial freedom,
Mm.
right? And it's I need to eat better. Eating is part of it, and health is part of it, and it's all kinds of health: physical, mental, emotional, spiritual health. It's all kinds of health. I need to incorporate all kinds of healthy lifestyles within my life, and I think that's what's playing a big role into it, and stagnation and boredom, right? It's boredom, and I'm feeling like the financial grips, like it's just like I'm very smart with my money. Like I got all these credit cards. I got great credit, and all my credit cards are at zero. Like I could put shit on my cards, but that's not how I spend my money. I don't want to put myself into debt. And it's just the freedom, bro. And I'm working a fucking 9 to 5 that I really truly hate. I really truly hate it. And it's not all bad. It's
Why don't you
got
just
good
quit?
stuff, but man,
Quit.
because it pays and it works. And I need to find something else before I just quit, bro. I
You
got
just
way
need to
too much
quit.
to
You need
lose.
to quit and just jump off the cliff, man. You need to just
Well, it's not
quit.
all bad. I am changing my mentality towards it, and things are changing actually at the workplace. But we're about to hit, holiday
If
season
you
and
hate it, man,
stuff.
get the fuck out. If you hate it, bounce, dog. Like they're really like you don't.
I'm trying to make it a better situation, but yeah, you're right. You're right. But that is why. But it's also just this pending doom, I think, is what leads to anxiety and depression. I think that's what a lot of people feel. Is this like it's fucking always something, bro. Now it's monkeypox, and now it's this and that, and the world might nuke each other, and fucking Elon Musk is trying to create a civilization on Mars, and we got digital artists now. We got AI fucking rappers, and
And if you make it through all
no,
that,
but
then
like,
it's
but
just
like,
death.
but like health and it's just life, man. It's just life too with my personal life. My dad's health
Yeah.
is getting better, but it's scary. So it's all kinds of shit. It's just all kinds of pending doom, bro, and anxiety and kids getting shot and killed at
Yeah.
school and all this shit, man. It's affecting everybody. It's affecting everybody, and it's affected me in a subconscious level. I still go about my business. You see myself just like you. I carry myself very well. Like I'm an intelligent, sharp person. I'm in trying to work on myself, make myself better. But it's not fucking easy. But it's not like I'm in shambles here. Like
Mm.
life is good, dude.
Right.
I'm just
We're all
saying.
hold, we're all,
Everyone battles this anxiety, this
we're
shit
all
within us,
treading
man.
water. Just keeping our heads above water. That's
Yeah, man.
it's
All of us,
yeah.
and just putting on our best face for the world. We're
Exactly.
all wearing a mask. That's just pretty much what it is. We're all wearing filters now, is what it's becoming. Like that's all it is. Filters. Everything's filtered. Everything's filtered.
Did you notice my eyebrow ring?
What happened to the raw organic? Yeah, I saw you put that.
Yeah.
Really gonna right type of shit with that kind of. No, hey, live your best life, bro. Live your
Thanks,
best
bro.
rock star life. Wally Warlocks back in
Wally
effect.
Warlocks. Bobby Bad
This was a
Style.
very interesting episode.
Yeah, no, I think it's probably one of our better ones, man. To be honest, really, because we get into the shit of it, and it's kind of that's
Yeah.
look. If someone was listening to it, it'd be like, oh shit, he just called him out. Oh, did you hear that shit? Like, did you? Oh shit, he said
Yeah.
what? Oh, he said he called her. He kept calling her bitch. He keeps calling her bitch. Like that's to me,
We
it's
turned
fun.
into Jerry Springer.
So that's cool. That's
Yeah, no, for
that's
sure, man.
entertaining.
So
So
let's end it with a lyrical miracle, bro. Who's got it? You want it?
I don't got anything offhand. But
I got some. I got some.
Of course.
I watched that 99 Woodstock documentary, which I got you into. I love it. It put me in that time period and just how things used to be. But I've been listening to Korn a lot. And when you came out recently, I was bumping some Korn in the car. So I'll quote Korn, dude. Lyrical Miracles, Korn. We're switching it up from hip hop. We'll go Korn. And it's got the life, baby. God already told me I got the life. I got the life.
That's
and no matter where you're at, as long as you're here, you're breathing, you're doing you're doing your thing, you got the life.
Amen, bro. Amen.
Take that and run with it. Take that and run
Take that in your pipe, put that in your pipe and smoke it. All right, bro.
Yes, sir. All right,
out.
Capture Culture. We back.
Easy.